All right, here we go. So today we have moon in Pisces. It's October 1st, and a lot of people think it's in Aries. So it's a really interesting time to start highlighting the dichotomy between Pisces and Aries, because this is one of the most obvious times we can see where the tropical zodiac is wrong. Because in the tropical zodiac, which says that the sun goes into Aries on March 21st, and that's the system Western astrology is based off of for the most part, is astronomically inaccurate, and it's off by 23 degrees. So astronomically, the system that's accurate scientifically is called the sidereal zodiac, and that's what Vedic astrology uses, and increasingly Western astrologers are coming to use that system as well. And that is the system that would be in agreement with astrophysicists all around the world. So we've got science on our side, which counts for something. And according to that system, all the planets shift back in the zodiac approximately 23 degrees from their position in Western astrology. So right now, instead of the full moon being at approximately 10 degrees in Aries, it's actually at 16 degrees in Pisces, which is right in the middle of Pisces because each sign has 30 degrees. And so with Pisces, it's a water sign. And so the moon is really strong there. And the feminine energy is really strong and really expansive. It's a great time to go deep in dreams, into your emotions, into trying to connect more broadly to nature. Yeah, and try to receive, feel what it's trying to tell you. Because the moon is reflective and it's reflecting the light of the sun, but it can also reflect the state of your psychology and emotions. And if you go out and you actually are trying to be receptive to what the moon's telling you, it's a great time to get those insights and messages.
Looking at people's individual psychology, it's worth them knowing the true lunar placement in their chart, because that might give people an idea of where they can be reflective within their shadow side or within their more emotional side.
Absolutely. And that's why it's important to have the right astrological system and to use the right zodiac, because if right now you're thinking the full moon is in Aries, which it's not, the full moon in Aries is the opposite. It's the least reflective sign. It's the most impulsive, the most impetuous, the most dynamic. It's a great moon for starting a new cycle, for initiating a new momentum.
But this is where we're going, and this is where we're going. This is where there's a prime example of where we're completely off point within what's being shared on social media. And here we have the power of technology being the double-edged sword, because in one way it's enabling us to have this conversation, it's enabling us to communicate and connect at a much faster level, but in the same breath it can be destructive in the sense that the information being translated, if it's not correct, in this case astronomically, the psychology or the tones of each zodiac sign, is going to lead people off on a different path or a different understanding into what's going on within their emotional selves.
Exactly. And that's the power of astrology, is because we're so caught up in our daily lives, we need help from astrology to say, hey, right now is a great time to reflect, or right now is a great time to start. If we were Druids living in Wales 1,000 years ago, we would feel it. We wouldn't need an astrologer to say, wow, the moon's very still right now. We would feel it. But because we're so caught up looking on our smartphones and our computers and dealing with the anxieties of modern life, we lose that sensitivity many times.
The word desensitized. We can see technology essentially as an external representation of the mind. So when people are getting lost within social media or lost within computers, essentially it's just a representation of us as human beings getting lost within the mind.
And I think astrology, we really need it for that reason.